But another big partnership has been announced. This time it is with Microsoft and Xbox and Unity. Now, Unity posted this blog post on their website, and it's actually written by Mark Whitten, who is vice president at Unity, and Sarah Bond, who, as we know, is the corporate vice president at Xbox. And they are announcing the partnership and what it's going to entail. So let's take a look at it. They say here, today we are excited to announce that we've partnered with Microsoft Azure to bring our Create solutions to the cloud and develop our cloud infrastructure to better meet your needs and to enhance your games and other experiences. Microsoft and Unity will also work together to make it easier to build and distribute your games on Windows and Xbox platforms. So right there, that's pretty big. They're partnering with Microsoft to get access to the Azure technology, which is something that I think we are going to see a lot of going forward, especially in the gaming industry, in terms of developers and other companies wanting to use these services so that they can make these games accessible via the cloud, so they can use tools like Unity via the cloud and just get games out onto these platforms in a better and easier way. They say here, we see many areas where we can partner with Microsoft Azure to build more cloud capabilities for you across our ecosystem and tools and services. We will use these capabilities to improve workflows, deliver new functionality, provide additional reliability, and more global access options and more. So very cool. I mean, using the cloud is going to give people more access to be able to use the Unity tools. I mean, I think one of the biggest things that occurred in the last 2 years, I guess you could say one of the positives of the pandemic, was that people are realizing now that you have to be able to adjust and be able to work from home and provide tools in a way that is easily accessible no matter where you are. And one of the big things that Microsoft really capitalized on during the pandemic was that having Xbox Cloud Gaming out there, where even if you couldn't get a console because of the chip shortage, because of the state of the world, people were still able to access their ecosystem and their games because they had the cloud. Continues on here saying, we are dedicated to creating native capabilities that unlock our tools for more people than ever so that you can take advantage of the advanced compute storage and reliability that cloud offers. We believe that this cloud enablement will make it easy for creators around the world to collaborate seamlessly. And that's huge. I mean, you look at Xbox Cloud Gaming, you look at Xbox Game Pass in general, and some of the best games that release on that service, aside from the big AAA games, the first-party games, are those indie games. And a lot of these indie developers that use Unity are now going to have easier access to collaborate with people in different parts of the world to bring something pretty amazing to the platform, pretty amazing to Game Pass, and make it all come together. I mean, we're in a world now where finding somebody on the other side of the world to help make your game is way more commonplace than obviously it was previously. And now it's going to be accessible with Azure and via the cloud. It will also allow experiences that wouldn't be possible if limited to just the local resources of either a creator's machine or a user's platform. Of course, I mean, that's a huge upgrade to that. There are already many cloud power tools and services here at Unity, from Unity Game Services, Parsec, DevOps, Weta Digital, Digital Twins, and more. Many of our tools are also heavily used already in cloud workflows, from PXYZ through Unity Headless Rendering. With this partnership, even more of our tools will move to cloud capable, enabling worldwide teams of all scales. And I think that fact alone, the fact that they're going to enable these teams to grow, to expand, to be able to work with people all across the world, and that they are using the Azure services, I think we're going to see lots of these indie games that are using Unity, lots of these just developers that use these tools, put their games onto Xbox, put their games into Xbox Game Pass. And they go down here and they talk about some examples as to why they're excited to partner with Microsoft from the Unity side of things. But as not being a developer, I don't fully understand what a lot of this means, other than, hey, it's giving more access to teams around the world to connect, easier access to your files, not having to worry about the local machine that you're working on. But Microsoft down here talks about why they're excited and why they're going to do this to help empower digital creators, 3D artists, and game developers everywhere. So here is what Microsoft says, and I'm guessing this is the part that Sarah Bond speaks on. And here's what it says. At Microsoft, we have a profound commitment to empowering creators. Throughout the history of Windows, we've nurtured developers and fostered their creative innovations. We do the same on our Xbox branded platform, supporting developers large and small in more than 90 countries around the world. And our Azure cloud assures developers that they can unleash their imaginations and trust that their work is secure and scalable. Our commitment to creators is something we share with our long-term partner Unity, a global leader in real-time 3D technology. We're also committed to expanding the creation and distribution of 3D content to bringing relevant tools and technology to a wider range of developers and to making it easier than ever to bring games to players. So, I mean, Xbox, we know where they're going with their technology, where they're going with their ecosystem, where they're going with their plan, which is really just to get as many people as possible using the tools that they have available, using Xbox Game Pass, have it all powered by the cloud. So no matter where you are in the world, you're going to be able to access it. You're going to be able to create games, and then hopefully those games that are created turn out to be great games, and then players, us, the consumers, get to access and play those games via Xbox and hopefully via Xbox Game Pass. She continues on here to say, or Microsoft continues on here to say, that is why today Unity has selected Azure as its cloud partner for building and operating real-time 3D experiences from the Unity engine. In addition, we are excited to work together to make it easier for game creators around the world to publish to Xbox consoles and PC so they can reach their communities. So that's important because making it easier for developers to be able to publish their games, I think, will just open the door for more people to want to put it on that particular platform. Obviously, the other thing is how much money do they make? What's the split in terms of the percentage? If they sell a certain amount of games, do they get 30%? Do they get 70%? Do they get 50%? Whatever the number is, that's going to help them also put it on to that platform. But if Microsoft and Xbox, they can create a system where you have access to all of these tools via Microsoft's Azure, which makes it way easier to actually publish those games onto Xbox consoles. I think that's going to open it up for a lot more developers choosing to put their games onto Xbox, and hey, maybe even exclusively put their games into Xbox Game Pass to get people to jump in and play the games. Continues on here to say the magic of 3D interactive experiences born in games is quickly moving to non-gaming worlds. Unity is building a platform-agnostic cloud-native solution that meets the wide-ranging needs of all developers, from enterprise through citizen creators. By giving creators easy access to RT 3D simulation tools and the ability to create digital twins of real-world places and objects, Unity is offering creators an easy path to production of RT 3D assets, whether for games or non-gaming worlds. And you think about Unity, you think about RT 3D, and then you also think about Unreal Engine 5, and we've seen Xbox really be the leader in all of these things. With Unreal Engine 5, when they showed off that Matrix demo, the Coalition was a huge part in that. We know the Coalition is going to be using that going forward for their next games, and now there's going to have this access, or the other developers are going to have this access using Azure to get access to the RT 3D simulation tools. So to support this evolution, creators require a technical infrastructure that is as dynamic and innovative as they are. Azure is that solution built for security and global scalability. Azure already supports some of the world's largest games and is bringing those battle-tested learnings to power RT 3D experiences for all industries. As the need for real-time simulation becomes central to every industry, ranging from e-commerce to energy, manufacturing to medical and more, Unity and Microsoft are building the creator cloud that empowers 3D artists to build and run those experiences on Azure. So yes, obviously it's not only going to be focused on gaming, but I'm excited to see what comes out of it from the gaming side of things. Now, they talk about here the development of games more and wanting to democratize developing games and just gaming in general. I mean, that's what Xbox has been focusing on with cloud gaming. As they push it out, people can access it through their phone. They say here, our ambition to democratize development of games and games-like experiences around the world and across industries depends on strong partnerships, particularly with game engines like Unity. The partnership between Microsoft and Unity will also enable made with Unity game creators to more easily reach their players across Windows and Xbox devices and unlock new success opportunities. By engineering improved developer tools, leveraging the latest platform innovation from Silicon to cloud, and simplifying the publishing experience, Unity creators will be able to realize their dreams by bringing their games to more gamers around the world. As 3D interactive experiences continue to evolve in both the gaming and non-gaming worlds, Microsoft and Unity are empowering a wave of new creators to define the digital worlds of tomorrow. It is their talent, creativity, and empathy that will not only transform the world, but change it for the better. So, I mean, all in all, this is a great partnership to see going down. It's going to be something I think we see more of, like I said, going forward within video games, within the industry, where people are going to want to partner with Azure to be able to easily access their tools, to be able to send out their content that they've created to as many people as possible. As Game Pass continues to grow as well from the game side of things, I mean, you're going to see if they create a service where you can use the tools via cloud, develop the games, then easily transfer those over to the platform, put them into Xbox Game Pass, and millions and millions of people instantly get to play it and see it, I think you're going to see a lot of developers look at this and think it's something that they're going to want to take advantage of. And we look at some of the games made by Unity. I mean, these are just the top 10 games. Did a quick Google search here. You have Genshin Impact. I mean, that's huge. You have Beat Saber. I mean, that very, very popular VR game. Pokemon Go. I mean, like the biggest mobile game out there, one of the biggest mobile games out there. Cuphead. I mean, Cuphead is a game, one of the best platformers that we've seen in a very long time, and it was a huge game on Xbox when it first released. It was exclusively on Xbox actually when it first came out, and they used Unity to create that. Imagine being able to make that game via the cloud, Azure, and then just quickly publish it. Ori and the Will of the Wisp, one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. I absolutely love that game. One of the best 2D platformer Metroidvania styles of games, rated with Unity. Momentum Valley, haven't played that one. Untitled Goose Game, I know that one's pretty popular. Again, another Unity game. Among Us and Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. So some pretty big games, and I mean, hopefully we'll see a lot more of that. I think from the gamer's perspective, from my perspective, this just makes it more accessible, or we get more games to be able to play on Xbox. And particularly if a lot of these developers look at this, make games with these tools via the cloud, via Azure, and then it can easily publish them onto Xbox. Hopefully a lot of them will be coming over to Xbox Game Pass.